Hi everyone, it's Maive, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making a polymer clay figurine of sweet little Pua from the movie Moana, as it's been requested by so many. All the materials with links will be in the description. I started from a ball of white Primo polymer clay and shaped it into a cylinder to make the body. I pressed it against a ceramic coaster so that it was easier for me to sculpt. Next I took a bigger ball of clay and pressed it down on top of the body. And I used my fingers to shape the sides of the head. Next I blended the joint between the head and the body. Using a large bowl tool I pushed down the nose and eye area. Then I defined the nose a bit more using a flat silicone tool. I added a thin snake of clay under the chin and blended it. I also made the nose more triangular on top. I made the patch on the eye using a thin piece of grey clay. I first used a bowl tool to blend the edges and create general texture, and then I used a needle tool to create the texture of the hair. I textured some of the head as well, but not all of it, as I still had to add other things. Poke 2 holes for the eyes, add a little liquid clay and push 2 balls of pre-baked white clay into the holes. Then add a thin snake of black clay around the eyes. Make the eyebrows in a darker grey shade and texture those as well. To make the ears, I overlapped 2 sheets of white and pink clay and cut out the shapes. Soften the edges with your fingers and add texture with a needle. I like to smooth the clay down slightly with my finger. Now you can attach the ears to the head and blend them. You can also start adding more texture to the rest of the body. Now make space for the legs. Shape the clay first and then attach it to the body. Once the legs are attached, you can add more detail. You can always add more clay if you need to and blend it. Don't forget to texture the legs as well. Now you can attach the front legs, blend and texture them. I flattened the hooves so I could add more grey clay on top. Remove the excess clay and finish shaping the hoof. Then take a knife and cut a slit in the middle. Add the rest of the patches on the body and texture them. I dipped a small brush in baby oil to brush on the clay and soften the lines. You'll still be able to see the texture, but it won't feel rough to the touch. If you're painting the nose on, you can make the nostrils now, otherwise you can leave it as it is and bake it for 15 minutes. Once baked for 15 minutes, I let it cool and applied a thin layer of liquid clay on the areas where I was going to add more clay. Add more clay around the ears, blending it onto the baked clay, and when you get to the bottom edge of the ears, blend some of the clay into them so that it looks like hair. Don't forget to texture and soften the clay with baby oil. For the nose I used the same pink I used for the ears, only I mixed it with translucent clay. I trimmed one of the legs before making the hooves. Make the hooves in the same way as before and place 2 small balls of grey clay on one of them. Lastly, I added a small quiff and baked it for 30 minutes at 110 degrees Celsius. Once baked and cool, I painted the eyes using acrylic paints. I painted the iris white first so that the brown stood out a bit more. I used a bold tool to start with because it helps me with the roundness. Dab 2 dots of black for the pupils and white dots for the twinkle in his eyes. I brushed 2 layers of Fimo gloss, letting them dry in between, and little Pua was complete. I really hope you liked this tutorial. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you did. If you were inspired by one of my videos to recreate a piece, don't forget to use the hashtag Maive Ferrando on Instagram or tagging me so I don't miss it. I love to see what you guys make. Thank you so much for watching. Have a crafty weekend and I'll see you all next week. Bye! Ciao ciao!